Hello, Short Bus Ducks fans. Oh man, I'm hurting because of Gene. Oh man, such discomfort. A lot of pain, folks. I have more pain to go through yet, too. Aw, Gene. You have no idea. Man. It's like, I can't stop myself. It's so brutal. Like I could just, I don't know what, lay on the couch and die. Feels like I've been drinking for days. Oh, I honestly shouldn't even turn a stream on. But I gotta let the ducks out early today. It's warm. It's only -12 right now. We're gonna be letting them out really soon. And I gotta go to the food bank at noon. Food bank run. Get rid of all the eggs. There's a lot of eggs. I'm thinking maybe 45, maybe 50 dozen eggs for the food bank today. A good haul. Oh, it's definitely a chocolate sugar hangover, Gene, and it's all your fault. All of it. Every single ounce of my discomfort is your fault. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have did it. And I even had a good supper last night. Well, don't be hugging me now, Gene, after you did this to me. It's like, the only way that package yesterday could have been better is if there wasn't chocolate in it. That's the only way it could have been better. Just to let you know, okay? You might think it's funny, but it's not. I'm so freaking sick. Okay, why aren't you rebooting, computer? Oh no, not one of these mornings. Gene, I love chocolate so much that I don't buy it. That's how much I love chocolate. I don't buy the stuff. I just don't. I just stay away from it. I got computer problems. And you know what? iPads won't stream very long. The one in the hospital duck last night cut off at 144 minutes. And then at 10 o'clock last night I set another one up. And I went into the garage this morning and it said it was working. But it says that online has ended. So I don't know. And I've streamed with them all night before. Like in the metal shed. I've used them for the whole night. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're only good for event streaming. Okay. Oh, okay. Looks like she's going to come. That was slow, eh? Holy mackerel, Windows. What are you, asleep this morning? I gotta call Dell. I just haven't had time to sit down and call their tech support and get them to dial in, get another crack at fixing this laptop. It's not right. It's not acting right. It's got issues. Oh. Yeah, I got Dell support. I always have support on my computer. I don't screw with computers. I learned my lesson years ago. Pay the whatever it costs for the support per year and just don't worry about it. If something goes wrong, let them fix it. That's what you pay them for. I've wasted enough time in my life working on computers and end up calling a professional. Not a lot of people watching the ducks this morning. Only 13 people at the goose shed, 13 people on the front of the barn, and 17 in the back. What's going on, folks? Have the allure of the ducks worn off already? I love that artwork. The short bus ducks. It's so awesome, eh? Wait till the coffee mugs, t-shirts, everything. I wonder how it would turn out in a hat. I don't know. Stitching would be hard to do. I just love it because it's got that like not politically correct theme to it. That's what I love. It's got a controversial theme to it, but it's cute. You know? Everybody, because anybody that doesn't know the deal will think, oh, it's just cute. You know, sort of strange. You got, you know, ducks in a hot tub and a school bus. But, you know, it's sort of, you know, it's cute. But if you're a show watcher and you're triggered easily, you're gonna, oh, that old ducks, special needs, making fun of special needs. uh, you know what? No, there's not enough people here. I'm not going to say it yet. I'll wait till we get enough people here, and hopefully I can remember to say it. We'll talk about the old short bus ducks. Catfish Whiskers. Hey, I'm a show watcher. That's good. Tilly, you know, I got an email from somebody last night that I emailed him because I've been afraid. I mean, I'll be honest, I've had a bit of a PTSD thing going to the post office. Because, you know, every year there's a fan in Hawaii that sends me a case of macadamia nuts and macadamia chocolates and they've done it to me now 3 years in a row, and it just kills me. It just kills me. And I keep telling her every year, don't do this to me anymore. Like the first year was fun. I got it. Oh yeah. And then can you send me some more? And then she sent me some more in February. And then I was like, Matt, you shouldn't do this. And then the next year I got some more. I was like, oh, this is hurting me. And the third year was like, oh, this has got to stop, man. It's killing me. So, because I asked her the second year to stop after I got her to send me stuff again in February the first time. So anyways, I sent her an email. And I said, you know, I forget, I don't know, I shouldn't say her first name. No, I can say her first name. Julie. I said, Julie, you know, please tell me that you did not send me any macadamia nuts and chocolates. I have been afraid to go to the hospital. I've been afraid to go to the post office. And that was about a week and a half ago, and I was like, oh no, I'm going to show up at the post office, and there's going to be a big box of destruction. Well, last night she emailed me and said no chocolates and macadamia nuts, and I was like so thankful. I was like, oh yes. Oh, I just gotta get through the batch Gene sent me here, and I'm laughing. Donate to the food bank. Vivian, you know what happens when you donate specialty things like that? Like if you showed up with a box of macadamia nuts, it ain't going to the people in the food bank. It's going to the support staff. All the volunteers are going to take a bag of nuts home with them. That's what happens when you send special stuff like that. It's like the staff take it. You know, you get, 15 packs of macadamia nuts. Well, that's not enough that's just like, what are you going to do that when you got 600 people coming? But you get 15 volunteers. Every volunteer gets a bag of macadamia nuts. Now, if you showed up with 600 bags of macadamia nuts, then everybody would get macadamia nuts. Debbie, the artwork that Gene did, oh man, that's so awesome. I giggled all day yesterday. I kept thinking about it. It's so cute. Because I've been struggling trying to come up with a new idea for artwork for this year coming up. Because a lot of people don't realize, like, it's a lot of work to sit down and come up with something good that's show worthy. As far as I'm concerned, show worthy. That's unique. And Gene, you answered my my needs. I'm so thankful. I think it's gonna look so cool. Coffee mugs, the black and white colored coffee mugs, everything. Like, it's gonna be a lot of choices, a lot of work. I don't know. You just you nailed it. You nailed it. That's all I can say. If I would like to hire somebody, say, come up with something cool for me for, a design, that would be nailing it, and that would be money well spent. But they would never come up with something that unique, cool. The short bus, controversial but cute. I love that part. That's what I love about it. It's controversial, like it's like an inside joke. Oh, Helen, the short bus ducks. It's awesome. It's just awesome. I was trying to think of how, and I had this idea yesterday. I was working in the garage, setting up the Wi-Fi, and I thought, like on the front, on the double printed T-shirts, if we could do this, is go to the local school guy that has all the school buses, and try to replicate it. And I'm saying, like, how could I, get some ducks in the window, get some geese in the window, and take a picture of a real bus, and try to replicate it to a certain degree. I thought that would be sort of cool. Because he does have short buses there. I thought that would be interesting. See if I could pull that off. But I don't know if he'd let me have geese and ducks. I'd have to have a whole bunch of people there holding them and underneath the windows, holding them up above the windows. It would be interesting to pull that one off. It could be done with enough people helping. And I'd have to superimpose Magoo and Stripper and Bentley outside because they'd run away. You couldn't just set them down outside the bus. Doug might sit long enough. It depends. Oh no! You're not getting a jockey. You got to have the real thing. Well, even if it was an old bus, Gene. An old bus, and or even an abandoned bus. It's got to be a short bus. The artwork's awesome. Anyways, it'd be good artwork, to post on a GoFundMe for me to buy a school bus, and tour around North America on a Kickstarter, raise $80,000 on Kickstarter and tour around the States with ducks in a school bus, visiting people on the duck adventure. See, we could raise $80,000 on a Kickstarter to do that one, and then we'll do a documentary of the whole thing, running around in a school bus with ducks, visiting duck fans. No, it wouldn't be cool, Inga. It wouldn't be cool. Living in a bus with a load of ducks, no. Well, I wouldn't take 50. I'd just take a couple. A crew. A small crew, I could write a children's book. Ducks in a school bus. Short bus ducks in a school. Short bus ducks. Who knows? It could be like the next J.K. Rowling's type book, it could be made into maybe 5 movies, and then I could be a billionaire and live in a gated community or a gated estate with ducks. Well, no, we could take the school bus in a container and go across. It'll be 7 days in a container. Not a long time. We could handle her in the school bus. Who would take care of the ducks while I was off? What do you mean? I'd take the ducks with me in the school bus. That's why, but it wouldn't be a short bus. It'd be a big school bus. We'd have to get a big one to do it. We could convert it. We'd do a Kickstarter, for $80,000 or $100,000 to buy a used school bus, and then we'll convert it, and we'll just, because it's just me, I only need like the front half for me to live, and then the back half will be like duck land in the back. You know? But everybody we visit, they've got to let the ducks run around their house, because that's the deal. And we'll do it all live. And I make sure I get a camera with no windsock, so you always have wind noise. Gotta have wind noise. Yeah, that's just an idea I had. Because we have the artwork now to do it. I'm not gonna do that, folks. That's just, I wouldn't do a Kickstarter for 80 grand to buy an old school bus to travel around. That would be silly of me. And I don't know what good it would do, honestly. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so feeling rotten. What is the weather? We're going to let the ducks out early today because it's already minus 12. Just to let you know that. And it's snowing right now. Minus 11. That's bizarre because it's minus 12 right now. It's got to warm up today. That's weird. But we got some warm weather coming. Oh, we got another burst of warm weather coming. But we got one cold night in between. I don't know how that happens, but it looks like Christmas might be warm here. Like, you know, minus 6, minus 2. Okay, minus 3, the temperature today in Petawawa. Minus 11 in Ottawa. But it's already starting to warm up here and snowing. The ducks are getting out soon, real soon. Actually, real soon. Like, I might be cutting this this stream off soon. Let me just go check my temperature instead of the internet temperature. Okay, it's already minus 10. It's already warmed up like 3 degrees since I got up. The ducks are getting out here, actually, real soon. I'm not going to be doing a long stream here this morning, folks, because I got to go and do the water and let the ducks out. It's too nice to be in the building. They need to get outside and play in the snow. They like it. Oh. I gotta build something to the garage today. I gotta go to town at noon, but I can build something this morning. I want to build the watering station in the watering station for the barn. That's what I'm gonna do. I gotta, because this 10 o'clock thing, did it again last night. Went out to the garage, started the stream for the hospital ducks, and did the water down in the barn. Came back up to the house. 12:30 last night, and I was ready to go to bed. It was like 9:45. I was ready to go to bed. I was like so tired. I was like, oh yes, I could water. See, before, I'll let you know a secret, okay? Before, when I used to shoot the videos, I could do these lockdown things, and it was like actually much easier because you could just run down, do the water, have the pivot heads on, shoot a little bit of footage, come back up. And I do this. And that wouldn't matter. I'd stay up to midnight, because it would wake me up. It wouldn't matter. Because I wasn't under the pressure in the morning with the live stream of being up. Because I could get up anytime I want in the wintertime. Because, like 7 a.m., 9 a.m., it doesn't matter. You can't tell the difference here, especially when it's cloudy. So I'd I could go at 7, or I could go at 9, wake up late, go down at 9 with water, and say it's like 7, Oh, it's 7 o'clock, oh, we're doing the water. But I could lie. But I can't lie with the live stream. I woke up today and said, oh no, it's 6:54. I'm late. Jump out of bed. Start doing my stuff. So it's a little more pressure. Can't lie. Can't play the games. So. So the only way to get around this is to build a big water station so that I can fill at night, like at 5, 6 o'clock at night, and it'll last right through till morning, and then I don't have to go down there, and I can go to bed at a reasonable hour. See, that was another thing too. I ate the small box of chocolates. There's one single chocolate left. One. I ate that the other day. Made my supper, which by the way was awesome. The goose was so good. Oh man, I got 3 more meals of goose because the breasts are massive on it. The legs are huge. That was a big goose, 9-pounder. That was a big gander. So anyways, I made goose gravy too last night because the drippings were like absolutely perfect. I took it out and I was like, oh, look at the drippings, man. They weren't they weren't greasy. There was very nice drippings. Like I was like, oh man. So I ended up making a big batch of gravy. I froze like 7 containers of gravy. Because now I've got gravy for French fries. Goose gravy on French fries. So now I gotta buy some French fries. Or make my own. I don't know. It depends how lazy I want to be. But I've got goose gravy now in the freezer. So I did that. So it was an excellent supper. Goose gravy over my veggies. It was actually a really good supper. Tasted really good. So I felt really good. I felt good. I didn't have any chocolate feelings. So I had a real meal into me. Well, when I got back after doing the water at 10 o'clock, I was wide awake. Well, you're wide awake at, what was it, 20 after 10. What do? So you open a barley sandwich and you crack open a bag of chocolate-covered peanuts. And, chocolate and beer, it's like nectar of the gods. So I sat there watching YouTube videos till about 12:30, eating chocolate-covered peanuts. It was just brutal. Couldn't stop myself. Like, I'll show you what's left of the bag. Okay, this is what's left of the bag. Okay, so there was a bag of chocolate-covered peanuts, which was rather large. Okay, this is it. Look at it. See? Look, that's all that's left. And I got 1 chocolate left in here. I'm so chocolated out right now. I'm not kidding you, folks. I'm so sick. Put those right there. It's like I got a serious gut rot. No, Gene, that was in a small bag. It was like a family-sized bag for me by myself. Anyways. I'm suffering. I really love you for the artwork, Gene, but I'm so pissed at you about the chocolate. I really am. The artwork, the coffee, Doug's treat was so good. And then you ruined it with the chocolate, like, because like, folks, it really hurts me. Like I'm not kidding you. I got an eating disorder. Like I do. It's like, I'm not lying. No, I don't need help. I just don't need enabling. Don't send me the chocolate, and I don't do this to myself. I don't go to the store and buy chocolate and then do this to myself because I know I'm in the store looking at the stuff going, no, if I bring that home, I know what'll happen to me. I'll eat it all in one sitting. I know that, so I just don't buy it. So sending it to me, it's just like, why would you want to hurt me? I thought you loved me. I thought you liked what I'm doing. Well, let's hurt the guy that's doing all that good for those people. Let's send him chocolates, and then we'll laugh the next day after he opens them. Yeah, look at him, the fool, he ate them all. That's so funny. Let's send him more. And the thing is, I can't give them away. Like, I can open up, oh, I'll take these to the food bank. No, I can't. I can't give chocolate away. It's like, you know it's going to hurt you. You know it's bad for you, but you can't give it away. It's like I'm a hoarder of chocolate, but I got to eat it. I don't save it, like. It's so hard. We can't give chocolate away, Vista. It's a very serious thing, chocolate. Unless it's cheap chocolate, like that someone gives you some like dollar store Chinese chocolate, that stuff, that's made out of recycled road top, it's like it's not even really chocolate. I had somebody give me a bag of that stuff. That was easy to give away. It was like chewing chalk. And then I looked in the bag, it said made in China. I was like, oh, I'm not eating any. One piece of that was enough of that. I gave it to my grandchildren. They ate it. Not my kids. I didn't read your messages. What, did you email me? If you're typing big messages right now in chat with everything that's scrolling by and the condition I'm in, and you think I'm going to read everything this morning, you're not really clued into what's going on here right now in this stream. So that's what's happening. We got an awesome awesome box of stuff yesterday. Man, I love that artwork. I wish I could work on it, but I got other jobs that like outdoor duck jobs that need to be taken care of. As soon as that stuff's taken care of, man, now I've got a really good incentive to get at it. I'm really like a really good incentive. I love that artwork so much. I just love the controversial part of it, because the short bus triggered so many people this year. You have no idea, folks. The love emails I got from people about the short bus. I loved it. I loved the comments about the short bus triggering people. I'm big into triggering. So to have an awesome T-shirt that is a triggering T-shirt, you couldn't ask for better. You just couldn't ask for better, Gene. I didn't know you were like that good of an artist or that creative. You blew me away. You've blown me away. Well, yeah, you can't have a school bus in any color but pink. I love it. I'm going to town today. I gotta see about getting what you call it, a frame for the print one. Gotta figure out how to do that print thing. How do you reproduce prints so we can sell them? I'm gonna check into that. I'm curious, Gene. How long did it take you to do that? Like, how many hours did you sit down and like draw and redraw and until you got it right? Because you did a really good job on the aspect ratio of the bus. It doesn't have a distortedness to it, considering you did it on a bit of an arc. It's like it's very, very asymmetrical. Well done. It's well done. Three weeks. My God. Really? And like how many hours in 3 weeks? Like a couple hours a day type thing? I'm just waiting here. Okay, you guys, could you slow down on the I'm trying to ask Gene some important questions here to relay this information to you so that you understand how much work you put into this. Yes, what, Gene? I don't understand. Like 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day type thing. Like, so you're saying like it was like 60 hours to paint it, off and on, 40 hours. Oh, 2 to 3 hours. That's a lot of work. That you did a great job, man. Oh man, I love it. There are actually all of them are frameable, because like you see some of them, like actually I think I have a picture here. That's a sketch, and with it's just white, nice basic, black metal frame, and then it's got it's a black and white sketch. Even the black and white one is frameable. I probably will end up framing them all, and I'll be having them. They'll be in my house, and you'll be looking, why all the black short bus tucks? It's like, don't worry, long story. But I gotta scan them. I should have done that yesterday. I was in my garage, my office, get them scanned high resolution so I can start working on them. That's gonna take me some time to digitally enhance those. Oh. No. I'm gonna whatever this all the sizes. I think Cafe Press has all the sizes on T-shirts. You'll be able to order it in multiple colors. Wait till I get that set up, boys and girls. There's gonna be a lot of stuff to choose from, and different artworks. My printer's only monochrome. It's a big commercial monochrome. I could reproduce the what you call it the black and white one, the sketches on bristles. I can do that. Probably I could do 60-pound bristles, like 60-pound stock. My printer will do that. It will do 100-pound, but you got to manually feed one sheet at a time through on the what you call it on the printer, the 100-pound stock. 60-pound stock, it'll feed itself sometimes for the prints, but only black and white. And it's not really the best. You can set it to 1200 DPI, and it's still, I don't think it produces. It's more of a commercial invoice, big giant Dell commercial printer. It's not meant for doing that kind of stuff. I could go into town, and they got the big giant. I know what. I wonder. I gotta stop in the little print shop in town. They've got some pretty really like high tech photocopiers, big stuff. I'm gonna stop in there and see what his scanner's like. Yeah, Gene, I'm just talking right now aloud about the local print shop. We have a real guy, like an old timer. Last of the real print shops. The last. Like, when you're walking around there, you have to walk around boxes of paper. It's an old time print shop. You know how they leave everything laying on the floor? Those kind of print shops. Like, everything's piled on the floor because paper weighs too much to put it on a shelf. It's like, take a picture of it with the phone. Oh, you want a really bad quality one. All right, Francis. That's good. That's not how you do it. You scan it, Francis. You don't do a good job. If you want to do a hack job, you could take a picture with an iPad. There you go. Some bad lighting. You could do it all. You could do it around. Gene put all that work in it, and then I cut corners at the end to do a schlocker job. Don't do it myself. Incas do Tracy. I have no idea how to do prints myself. I have no idea. Well, we're going to see, Gene. I'm going to take the watercolor in and see how his photocopy turns out on cardstock. So I'm going to. Who knows? Maybe I know they can. I know his photocopier. I know for a fact because he's one of these guys that he's got the old school what you call it. He's an old school print shop. Like it has all the old equipment, the big presses and all that kind of stuff. But he also has this photocopier that he paid like $200,000 for, and it will reproduce photos. You can take a photo, and it will actually make a perfect copy of a photo. Scan a photo. Like when you scan photos, they get very digitized, and you see the paper, the graininess, and all that. This thing can scan a photo and print it, and make a copy of the photo that you can, on paper, that you look at and you can barely tell it's a photocopy. It's a $200,000 photocopier. It's massive. It's like 3 times the size of my fridge. It's huge. Got 2 of them, actually. That's how he makes his money. On his front end of his print shop, he has these crazy. Everybody thinks he was nuts. Oh, you're nuts! Buying these $200,000 photocopiers. He's got 2 of them, but he keeps them busy. That's where he's got his niche. When Staples come to town, Staples office, Staples office place, and they had opened up a print shop, and I said, they opened up all kinds of equipment, and I said to him, what are they going to do to them? And so they ain't going to last. Turns out they didn't last. They lasted 5 years and they closed. He's been in business like 40 some odd years, but they had all the high tech equipment too. They couldn't run it. If you wanted a bad, reproduction job, go there. They specialize in bad reproduction jobs. But he has, like I said, his photocopiers. He's got 2 of them. They're massive. They're crazy expensive. And not only are they crazy expensive, I'm talking about this print shop because it is quite amazing for a little town to have this print shop. He replaces the photocopiers every 3 years. Upgrades. He's obsessed. This guy, he's been in business since I was a kid. And he's been like this. He's just obsessed with 3M or Xerox photocopiers. Just keeps upgrading. That's all he does. Every 3 years, keeps upgrading. You go in there and he's got the Xerox guys in there and they're ripping the machines out and they're all hardwired. These aren't plugged in. These are actually hardwired. Electrician in, setting them up, and it's like new photocopiers again. No, 11 by 17 is the biggest he can do. He's not into the big stuff. No. But I'm going to take them in there and see what he can do on cardstock. But I got to get a better container, like a better holder to hold them, because the cardboard, I don't like it. I feel a little bit naked walking around with them. I need something harder to hold them so they can't get hurt or creased. No, he doesn't care about his customers. He's doing it for profit. He's trying to make money. Is what he's doing, Tilly. He's strictly investing it because it makes him money. But I gotta come up with something harder to hold them, like a clipboard with a holder or something. That I gotta do something. I don't have a portfolio, but I'll come up with something just so they don't get banged up. I would just cry if they got banged up. But I am going to take them in and see what he can do. Chloroplast. And tape the chloroplast together and make it like an envelope, Sue. That's it. Actually, take the chloroplast, bend it, and just tape 2 sides of it. And I got a chloroplast envelope. Thank you. That's what I'll do. I got pieces upstairs that I can do. A clipboard in a briefcase, and handcuffs on the briefcase to my wrist so nobody can take the briefcase. And I've got the handcuffs, and I've got a briefcase, and I've got a clipboard. I could have a handcuffed briefcase with a coroplast on a clipboard. No way they could get, that's it. And you think I don't have handcuffs? Who here thinks that I don't have handcuffs? I'll show you my handcuffs if you want to see them. Seriously, I do. I have handcuffs. Real ones. And I have a briefcase. Well, of course, I've got a briefcase. But I've got the handcuffs. No, these are real, the real McCoy. These are real police handcuffs. The real deal. I've had them forever. So you put these in a briefcase, holding your what you call it? Deal. So I only have one key because the other key got flushed down the toilet on a bachelor stag party. It was a bad night, but anyways, that's another story. But I've had these forever. Handcuffs for the briefcase, for the coroplast envelope, on a clipboard, holding my artwork. So, no, they're not from a porn shop. They're police. They're real police handcuffs. I got them in the 80s, and you're not going to believe how I got them. I was in a park walking my dog, and the cops were there. A whole bunch of cops. Something happened. I don't know what happened. But anyways, I'm walking the dog, big bunch of cops, and they were around this park bench, and there was stuff going on. I don't know. The cops left. So then I walk up, and I sat down on the park bench, and there was the handcuffs laying on the ground. Fell off the cops. And I looked at them, and I was like, well, I guess I'm owning myself a pair of handcuffs. But I had no keys, just the handcuffs. So then I had to find keys, and then I found a place that sold handcuff keys, and I got a set of keys. And then I had a stag party for this buddy of mine, and we made a cement ball that it was a soccer ball full of cement, actually, with a chain, and because he was getting married, so ball and chain, and we handcuffed it to him, and then in the strip club, and then flushed the key down the toilet so that he had to wear the handcuffs to the ball and chain all night. So it was a good it was a very, very good stag party, anyways, for this guy. So, and then I had to go to his house the next day to get the handcuffs off his hand. He broke the ball and chain. No, he's not still married. Well, he's on his second wife now. First one turned out to be a little crazy. Well, he was crazy too. It was a crazy two-way street. You know, they both were crazy. So, but that's the story behind the handcuffs. How I got them on a park bench in Calgary. It's tricky finding keys for handcuffs, but I've had them since. But I keep them on my gun safe just in case, you know, I ever have to, you know, let's say we get a robber shows up and I have to, you know, lock a robber up or something, you know, whatever. Anyways, you throw the handcuffs on them instead of trying to tie them up with duct tape. I'm ready. Guns and handcuffs. I'm ready if you show up. Oh, Strawberry, the 80s were a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. It was good. It was a good time. I watched there's a movie that reminds me of the 80s. I'm not going to tell you no because that's a little too personal. There's a movie anyways that reminds me of the 80s. Of my life in the 80s. Anyway. But now I'm in we're in the teens of the 22nd century here, or 21st century, and and we're doing the YouTube live. Well, you're better off to tie an intruder up than shoot him. Put it that way. No, my movie wasn't like Shaft. My life wasn't like Shaft. No. Well, Ozzy, hairpins. I don't carry hairpins anymore. So getting handcuffs off in the back of cop cars. I prefer just not to be in the back of cop cars with handcuffs on, since I no longer carry hairpins. But you got to be careful, the restraint though, Gene, because if you bruise his wrists, restraining the criminal that's broken into your house, you could be charged for assault if he gets all bruised up. The way the law is. But you guys have all got the answers. How many people here have had handcuffs on? Everybody's got the answers how to get the handcuffs off. Like I'm starting to worry about this crew here. We got a lot of criminals. Where are you, Sue, that you have this crazy law like we have up here? Where if a criminal hurts you and you hurt them back, you could be sued. Massachusetts, okay. So you don't have the old shoot, what do they call that? Stand your ground, stand your ground. I tell you, last night, after my 10 o'clock water run, I was watching the news. Man, I'm telling you, oh man, we're society's gone right over the edge. I'm just blown away how crazy the world is. You can't even. It's like a Saturday Night Live skit is what the news is becoming. Like the real news, what the government's doing. It's like you just can't. Like I'm watching it last night, and I'm not going to talk about the subject matter, but I'm just talking about the general politicians. Like you're like when you do something stupid in life, and you're doing something stupid. And you're like, this is stupid, or you look at somebody doing, that's something stupid. But these people do it for a living, and it's like, you're like, how can they think this is not stupid? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just, or wrong. It's like, you're looking at it going, what? How can you go to work, making probably $120,000, $160,000 a year of taxpayer-funded money, as a bureaucrat, and you come up with these ideas to get the politicians to do. It's like I'm blown away by the lunacy. It's like because up here in Canada, we're going right over the edge here, folks. What's happening up here? It's straight out of like South Park. Our government is South Park up here. That's what it's like. Our federal government. It's South Park. It's that nuts. You'd swear the boys of South Park are writing the script of what's going on up here. It is. That sums it up. It's better than Saturday Night Live. It's South Park. It's just no way it could be real. Like, it's that crazy. Like, it's that absolutely crazy now. It's like, what? Like, it's straight. It's South Park. That sums it up. That sums it up. That's the Canadian federal government right now. What's going on? It's South Park. The U.S. government, man, is way ahead of us as far as got their heads on tight. At least you got Trump at the top trying to hold it together. We have nothing. We're like totally. It's totally South Park. 100%. Absolutely, everything is like gone. It's like, it's just unbelievable. It's Well, not an insult to South Park. It's like it's no. It's that. It's just that loony. It's like it's that loony. It's like it's like I watch a channel that does question period. We have a thing up here in Canada called question period, where the politicians they ask questions back and forth. Which I always wonder about that. They're supposedly asking impromptu questions back and forth, but they've got scripted answers. They've got pieces of paper with the answers. I'm like, what? How can you have the answers to a question you didn't know? Anyways, I think it's all a game. That's all a charade. But this one channel, he said he tortures himself. I don't know how he does it. He sits and watches question period and then edits all the questions out so that you only have to, because they ramble on about nothing forever. So he edits it out, just the questions, and posts it on. He has a YouTube channel. It's phenomenal. Anybody that's Canadian, I recommend this guy's channel. And it's because he only cuts out just the question. They ask the question, and then the government, never answers. Never. He's got a channel, I don't know, he's got like 1,000 videos on it. Not once do they ever answer the question. You're watching it, and you're like, this is like a Saturday Night Live skit. He didn't answer the question. Or South Park. It's like, he just asked the question. Like, if you're a kid, if you said to your kid, what happened to all the apples? Well, I went to school today, and I worked hard for my grades, and I'm trying to become a good student, Dad. No, what happened to the apples? I'm telling you, the school today was great. It's just like, never answer. It's like you just, it's just unbelievable. It's like, how are we talking about school? We're talking about the apples that are missing off the counter. But school, Dad, I'm working hard to become a college graduate. But you're 7. Where did the apples go? But Dad, I'm hoping to make it to university. It's like, what? No, the apples. Anyways, that's what it's like. The whole channel. It's just like I watch it. They're at it again. Anyways, it's a very good Canadian channel. I feel sorry for him that he has to watch all of this. No, I'm not doing specifics, Tom. I'm just talking about this channel. It's like we're doing a little bit of a South Park thing here this morning, sort of like talking around it. No. We're not going down the rabbit hole this morning, Tom. No. What's the channel's name? I'll post it. Hang on, let me just find it, because there's probably some Canadians here that would like to see it. I love the channel. He does a really good job. So let me just load it up here on my thing here. Come on, Mr. Why is my mouse not working this morning here? I don't know. Where are you? There he is. I'm going to post a link to his channel. Because some of you might want to watch it. I highly recommend it. If you're a Canadian and you want to see, what happened to the apples, watch this guy. He's got, it's bad. Okay, there you go. I recommend this guy if you're a Canadian. You're gonna go prune some apple trees? Link doesn't work? Why does that always have a problem here? It should work. It's gotta work. It's just the channel URL. I didn't even add anything to it. Link doesn't work. Worked for Gene. Worked for Vista. Worked for Cowboy. No, I won't post it in the description, Mother of Many Horses. Click on it right now on another tab. I just posted it. You got it right now. Oh. Anyways, highly recommend it. He's a great Canadian channel. And he tortures himself watching something that there's no way you could do. Absolutely. No way you could torture yourself to watch what this guy watches, to edit, to put up so that you could work, so you could watch it in short form. It's hard to watch, the short form versions. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. It's working for everybody. So, but on a happy note, I'm not feeling as sick right now. I'm feeling better. I feel better. I'm starting to feel. The coffee is settling me here, which is very strange. But because I guess I woke up so pumped up, full of caffeine and chocolate, and gut rot. Yeah, I do. I need a good breakfast. I do, Inga. Oh, I need real food. But I had real food last night. Oh, my goose last night, folks. Oh, man, was it good. And geese are so big. This guy was a big goose. 9 pounds is a massive goose. Like, that is big, big. Like, Debbie, that was the whole point of getting the Wi-Fi working in the garage, so that I could stream my projects when I'm building stuff, duck stuff. That's exactly why I wired up the garage. So, you're not allowed to watch it? I don't understand, Tammy, what your problem is. Tammy's whining about something. No idea. Well, there's something wrong with your computer, Tammy, because everybody else have absolutely no problem with the link that I posted. So you're whining just to whine. No, I wired up the garage so that I could share the building without having problems. Because you know when we did the boxes and I had to have the iPad at the door, and I had to be careful because the iPad was like the only place I could get it to work was right beside the door. That was a pain. And then every time I walked into the garage now, unless I've got the iPad Air, it would disconnect. It couldn't do the internet because basically, well, I'm in a metal coffin over there in that building. So now we've got a full-blown Wi-Fi network in the garage, inside the garage. So I can stream. I don't know why the iPad kept cutting off. Actually, reminds me, I want to check something here because I want to see how long the stream lasted last night. Because I ran the hospital stream 3 hours and then it turned itself off. Why did it turn off at 3 hours? That is weird. I don't get it. 3 hours and 4 minutes it ran last night and then turned itself off. I don't understand that. I don't know why it's doing this. Doesn't make any sense. It's disconnecting from the internet, eh? Because if I go over there right now on the iPad, yeah, iPad's plugged in with a 12-volt power adapter. I actually have a proper power adapter for a Vista. I totally, it's a brand new power adapter too. I bought a brand new one. It's, because I planned on doing more of this in the garage and I wanted to make sure I had proper power. So it had full power, but like I went in this morning and did water and the thing's running. Like you look at it and it looks like it's live, but it's disconnected. So, I don't get it. Huh. Bizarre. I don't know why it's doing this. It doesn't make any sense. Why it's cutting off. It's got to be something to do with the connection. Must be the app. It won't reconnect on its own. So it only makes any sense. But when I'm doing projects, it's a different story because I'm a little more. If it disconnects, I'm right there. I can reconnect, keep it going live. It's not like I'm, trying to stream overnight. I think what I'm going to do with the hospital ducks from now on, because now that I see we have this problem where the iPad won't run nonstop, which I don't know why, because I've ran iPads overnight in the metal shed in the summertime with the fresh straw. I think what I'll do is I will only do garage hospital duck streams when I do the duck hospital soakings. When I'm taking care of the ducks, that's the whole thing I'll do from now on. So I'll just be, if you see hospital streams, it's strictly when I'm treating the ducks, as in soaking their feed, changing the straw, because every day I'm changing the straw now because there's 3 ducks in there. So when the ducks are soaking, I take it out and I change the straw and wash it out. So I think that's what I'll do from now on. I'll only do a stream of the hospital ducks when I'm actually soaking them with water and doing the hospital routine. Trying to stream all the time in the hospital ain't working because it just keeps keeps disconnecting. Why would I want the hospital in the barn? I don't understand that. I don't understand, Tracy. Why would I want to? I don't understand that. I need them in an area where there's water. I can clean them. The whole idea about this infection that we're dealing with is it's got to be clean. So they aren't taking up room in the garage. But the garage is sitting there almost empty. And the barn's packed full of ducks and nesting boxes. The barn's packed. It would be clean. So no, it wouldn't, Tracy. You're not making any sense. On top of the nesting boxes. But Tracy, you're not making any sense, girl. Water, cleaning these boxes out. How much you're not making any sense. Like, so how am I going to clean? I got to clean these boxes out every day, and then I got to take the ducks and I gotta soak them in water, in Epsom salts, and wash them. Like, you're not thinking this through, Tracy. Not even remotely thinking this through. Some misguided brain pattern going on here. I don't know why everybody thinks that. That you should keep everything. The barn. Are you not looking at this live stream of the barn, how packed she is? You actually thought it through a lot. No, you didn't, Tracy. You couldn't have. You could not have thought. Have you looked at the live streams of the barn, how full they are? The barn's pretty full. Like, not a lot of room to be adding things to the barn. Like, and then, okay, so Tracy, if I got the ducks on a second level in the barn, in this enclosure thing, which I got to build with a wood floor, how do I wash this thing out to keep it clean? And where do I wash the ducks out? Do I just, where do I soak the ducks? Where do I do this? And it's got to be done twice a day. The duck's got to be soaked twice a day, at least twice a day. Preferably sometimes 3 times a day. The more soaking, the better, actually, in the Epsom salts. So tell me with the thought pattern here. When does the soaking take place? Do we make a 3rd floor for soaking? Like a condominium inside the barn? A hospital condominium in the barn. I've had the Cadbury chocolate oranges sent to me, Norm. A couple of years ago, somebody sent them to me. Or maybe it was last year. Somebody sent me them. A box of chocolate from England. Maybe it was 2 years ago. That killed me. Okay, so we're gonna soak it in the buckets. I got 3 ducks. Tracy, in the hospital. This Tracy, I just want to prove here how you are not thinking this through. You would fail this test hands down. Okay, fail. You have no idea what you're talking about, Tracy. None, less than none, actually. You got three ducks, 1 soaking bucket. So I go up to the house, fill this bucket with water, walk back down to the barn, put the duck in it, soak 1 duck for 20 to 30 minutes, take it out, put it in the box, go up to the house, rinse the pail out, go up to the house, get another bucket of fresh water with the salt, go back to the house, and keep doing this back and forth. Got a lot of walking back and forth here. And then I'm in the barn, all this water, and I got a nesting boxes, the buckets. I would love to see you do this. I would love to see this. I could just sit back and laugh. Seriously, Tracy, because it would be just hysterical watching you do this, the amount of work you'd be generating. I can't believe that you watch me do this live and see how efficient it is, but you've just come up with the most make-work project I've ever seen. Unbelievable amount of work, Tracy. You probably just made it 30 times harder than it needs to be. A hot water faucet outside. Tracy, are you serious about this? So you're saying I need to run the hose to the barn to do this? So when I run the garden hose from the house to the barn, I need to do all this in the barn when I'm cleaning the barn. Tracy, are you watching what I do here every day? Tracy doesn't watch. Tracy's just jumping in here and just spewing absolute nothing. Just nothing. I'm gonna, next person, please. Somebody else. Oh man. I guess Tracy's not watching me clean the barn, the streams during the day when I'm cleaning. It's like, because when I'm cleaning the barn, do you see how I could whip up a hospital situation while I'm cleaning the barn? Yeah, Tracy has not watched what's happened here during the day, so she's jumping in with absolutely no pre-knowledge, giving me advice. I gotta get more coffee here. I don't have to be rude. I'm not rude. I'm just saying what it is, man. It's a stupid idea. Like, you don't like it, don't watch the show. Simple as that. Just like I'm telling the facts, man. I live stream what I'm doing here. As I'm doing it, you see it in real life. That's the deal. You know? I don't know much more I can do. No, I agree with Lester. Lester's not rude. I agree with him. Tracking shows it's still en route, Gene. It says that it's at an airport in New York State. So... No, Tracy, we're giving you the short bus title this morning because you have come up with the absolute most ridiculous idea of the morning. That's how you got the short bus title this morning. So, absolutely the worst idea I have seen in a long time. I don't even know how you could even think that would be She saw me. The ducks in the garage on the floor with the water. Everything's right there. It's so easy to take care of the ducks. I don't know how you would want to, why, or can't even fathom why you'd want to change that. It's so easy to set up. It's the absolute easiest way to take care of it. Easiest. I've been doing this for 5 winters, and every winter I try to make it easier, not more challenging. So I'm thinking right now, it's I didn't see Lester attacking you. He said short bus. Tracy. Trigger! The fire department comes to wash the... Yeah, Norm, you hit it in the nail head because... and the fire truck uses the Magoon as a water source to pump out. We'd get the ice drill out, and they drill some big holes, and they pump right out of the Magoon, and we power wash the whole barn with a couple thousand gallons of water. It's perfect. We just let the hospital ducks have it. Oh, man, oh, man. Anyways. You run a farm, Tracy? If you run a farm, I'd hate to be working with you because you sure know how to make things harder on yourself. You're killing yourself with a lot of bad ideas. Seriously. Seriously, Tracy. Because every idea you came up with this morning is like bad. Okay. Have a good day, Tracy. Goodbye. Bet you we just got a thumbs down there, eh, folks? Let me just watch. No, still at 3 thumbs down. Tracy didn't get one on the way out. Well, maybe. Oh, 4. There it is. The 4th thumbs down. Tracy gave us the thumbs down. Too funny. I knew it. I was watching, and boom, Tracy leaves and gives us the thumbs down on the way out. Oh, precious. Just precious. Too funny. Unbelievable, folks. I love this live thing. Oh, but seriously, you know, like, I've been doing this, how long, folks? You know? Oh, Tracy's still here. Oh, Tracy's still here and is allegedly not giving us a thumbs down. Okay, Tracy. But seriously, folks, I've been doing this for how many winters? I keep thinking of easier ways to do it. Like moving the ducks out of the house into the garage, obviously was for a reason. It makes it easier. Like, anyways. I've never had a hospital in the barn. I have in the summertime when there's no other ducks around. But the barn is not a good place to have a hospital. Well, not a good place to have a hospital. It's too much work to have a hospital. I actually, come to think of it, I think I've had a couple hospital ducks. And it takes up a lot of room because it's like you got to section off a whole section. It's not a good place. Your poor goldfish drowned. I feel sorry for you, Ozzy. It's going to happen. The weather's looking like I need to let the ducks out. Is what it's looking like. It's snowing. It's warming up. And I'm going to be going out there to do the duck situation. Actually, it's probably due. The ducks are pumping a lot of eggs. Today we got over 30 eggs. At least 30. At least. Yeah. Actually, oh, it still says minus. It's still pretty chilly out. Man, with the wind chill, it's still saying it's minus 18 with the wind chill right now. They're getting out earlier today, though. because it is supposed to warm up. It could hit as warm as -3 today. It could. Noon, I'm going to the food bank. I phoned them last night, told them between noon and 1 p.m. And I've got the pivot heads charged. Oh, right here. Pivot heads are right here. See that in the corner of the screen? Pivot heads are charged. So I will be doing a video, and I will have to edit the video. So, goose pulling out the floor? Totally possible. They're cracking, eh? They need to get out. They need to get out. They're going to get out. They'll be out longer today. They should be better today because they're going to be out longer. Because this half day outside where they're only getting like 3-4 hours outside because of the weather, they're cracking, folks. Imagine being stuck inside 21 hours. Like, they need to get outside. No. Egg recon ain't going to start until we get the TerraDeck fixed, Norm. So until the TerraDeck gets replaced, the egg recon ain't happening. We're waiting. I should know today. They loosened her up. Well, it is loose, Gene. It's just sheets of loose coroplast on the floor. So what they're doing is they're pulling it up from underneath the straw. So I'm thinking today I'm gonna build the water stations. I got 2 water stations to build. I'm looking forward to building the outside water station. The inside water station actually is going to be the first thing, but no, it's not taped down. It's just old coroplast laying on dirt. I never did a new floor in the shed. There was no need to. It was just fine. I just flipped it so that I could use a snow shovel from one end to the other end to push it. So they can lift it up. I actually lifted up the corners of it to scrape with a shovel to get all the poop out. So, but I'm gonna, when I build the nesting box, the nesting cubicles for the geese, I'm gonna clean the shed out probably tomorrow. It's not bad. And then I'm gonna put the cubicles in so the geese have a place to sit, and we'll see how if that makes them more relaxed. I'm gonna do the cubicle on the back side of the wall. This is a niche YouTube channel. I guess you could say I am James. I stream ducks. And everything I do gets donated to charity. So I guess you could say we're a niche. I guess you could say we're a specialty channel. Or we're a short bus channel. You know? That's what we are. We're the short bus channel. See you, Sue. Talk to you later. All the drawings are awesome, Virginia. I'm so looking forward to getting that stuff onto merchandise to sell to you. It's going to be interesting, the demand. There's going to be a lot of merchandise, folks, because I'm going to have like the old logos. The store's going to have a lot of stuff in it. You're going to be able to just shop until your heart is like, until you're broke. That's the whole idea. Catfish Whiskas doesn't know what short bus duck is. Yep, they have coffee cups, Tina. We're going to have it all. And I'm thinking of bringing back the original 50 ducks in a hot tub logo as a special edition. So, I'm going to give you lots of choice. Trust me. The new year, well, actually, I'm going to start working on it during Christmas once I get all the winter stuff done. Once I'm totally caught up here and everything's taken care of, that's my project, because the YouTube ad revenue is just gone. It's bad. It's like, it's unbelievable, actually. I've just given up on it. I've got to come up with other ways. It's like officially, we're PBS here. That's what we are. Actually, Norm, the Cafe Press coffee cups are huge. That's the one I have that was sent to me by another fan that sent me the Lionel one. It holds the same amount of coffee as my big ones. They're big coffee mugs. So, big. Like, that's the one I have. The one I have with the Lionel Nation on it. It holds the exact same amount of coffee as this big barrel mug does. So, it's like they're good. It's they're white too, so it's gonna be interesting what the logos look like. I don't know if they have keychains. They've got a lot of products. They've got a lot. If you go to their website, cafepress.com, you can see all the products. I've already set the store up in the background at the 50 Ducks URL, but I just haven't gotten the products. I started working on it, but then they was started to get goofy, and I called their tech support, and they told me that they were redoing their site and it was getting completely changed, and that all the glitches that I was running into were going to be addressed. And I said, well, I'm not going to keep working at this if there's all these glitches, because a lot of people, like, I was trying to do something right, setting the store up, and based on my e-commerce knowledge of navigation, of building websites, and I couldn't get it to go right. And I said, there's something wrong with this site. There's no way that this site is that screwed up. And it turned out it was. And they told me, their tech support told me that the site was going through a massive overhaul, and that all of these issues that I was bringing up were going to be addressed in the new site. So I decided, then I got busy, and then I decided I'm just going to hold off until they fix their site. So when they fix their site, it's going to be set up right. Because, a lot of people, if you go to a lot of YouTube channels, that have product stores, and you click on their store, it's like there's no organization. It's just like they just have pages and pages. You got to scroll through pages and pages of products, and you're like, I don't care about these type of products. There's no sort. There's no navigation. And the thing is, all these sites that do this stuff for merchandise all allow for navigation and categorization. And it's like, why do these? But it's laziness. That's what it is. It's just sheer laziness. They throw up their logo and they just say all products, and it's just like they don't go through it. I don't do things that way. It's going to be done right, because when I set the store up, it's going to be just, you'd swear, when I'm finished, it will be like it's my own store, my own website type thing. You'll be going like, oh yeah, I don't want to look at t-shirts, I just want to look at coffee mugs. And you click on, you see all the different coffee mugs with all the different types of logos, because we're going to have a lot of different stuff, a lot of choices. You're gonna like you go, oh my God, he's got 12 different coffee mugs. I want them all. So, I'm hoping you want them all. So that's the deal. So it's a lot of work though to set it up right. So that's the problem. It's a lot of work, time, and then you got to do the logos, and you got to make sure that's right. But I got to get it happening so we can float the boat here on the Ducks, because I have real expenses to stream these guys. The Ducks aren't free. They're little money pigs, is what they are. So it takes time. But I wouldn't say it takes forever to get a Virginia, but it definitely is not like something you would do like on a weekend. It's like, I think honestly, by the time I'm done, it'll, from start to finish, I probably will have 10 working days into it from start to finish by the time I'm done. But then it'll be awesome. And you'll be going like, oh yeah, lots of stuff to choose from. And like I said, we'll be constantly adding to it. But I want to get the structure set up right. That's the problem. I want to because I've seen like too many. I've seen just too many YouTubers do it, and it's like you can tell that they have absolutely no e-commerce experience at all. None. No navigation structure. Zip zero. And when you see what I'm done, when you see it, you're gonna go, yeah, man, this is set up like a. It's like set up like a real store, you know. Because all these sites, that's what they're set up like. The software, it's basically what they are. Is they're like sub stores of a store, and it's like it's very it's there, it's all there, but it takes time and it takes a certain amount of knowledge, and these YouTubers just don't have it. Because I've clicked on these YouTube stores, and it's like, my God, man, like they got everything mixed together, and it's like there's no structure. I ain't doing it that way because I'm only gonna do this once. It gets very frustrating. Or like you'll click and say like there's 25 pages of merchandise, and you got it, but there's no, you can't search. Like it's like there's no structure. You know what I mean, Virginia. That ain't gonna be the way. Like I'm not gonna make you look at desk stuff if you're interested in T-shirts, or make you look at bathroom stuff if you're interested in coffee mugs, like. So that's what's going to happen here. I'm going to set up a proper one. And it's going to be set up right the first time so that when we keep adding products to it, the catalog of products will keep growing of different logos and cool things that happen here that we can take pictures of. And then it will be done right. So. You want to buy Magoo's Angel Wing? What, you want me to cut it off of him? And send it to you, Peter? I don't think Magoo would like that. I wouldn't like to do that to Magoo either. Poor Magoo. Quit smoking 4 years ago. That's just... do you consider yourself a non-smoker? Do you miss it still? Do you think about it? I quit smoking in year was that? July 14th, 1996. I remember the day like it was yesterday. I remember taking my last drag going, my God, this is the last time I'm doing this. And it was. I was cold turkey, but I had pneumonia to help me. Nothing like a good dose of pneumonia to help you quit. Up to that, Virginia, I quit 13 times and started 14. But the pneumonia, that was it. The pneumonia did it. Pneumonia was, I was bedridden for 11 days with pneumonia. And that is what got me through the DT withdrawals of the nicotine. Oh. It's hard quitting, I know. Well, like I said, I quit 13 times and started 14. It seems when you get a really good sickness, James, it helps. Like a good flu or a pneumonia or a chest infection or a throat infection. You need a good sickness to push you over the edge. And for me, it was severe lung infection, pneumonia. I was really sick. Like I thought, honestly, I was gonna die. I was so sick. I got a lung infection from the air pollution in Los Angeles. I went to Los Angeles for a week on a business trip, and I was on a bus, and I thought it was pretty gross. You'd be on a bus. We were doing movie stuff. It was when I was in the video business, and they would go up the hill into smog and disappear. and you'd be driving, and you'd be like, you look around, you couldn't see anything. And then they come down the hill, and it would clear up, eh? And I thought, this is just disgusting, man. Like I thought it was clouds at first, and they said, no, that's smog. And I was like, and then I got sick. So the smog gave me an infection. I got very, very sick. No. I was sick like unbelievable. 7 days in LA, and I spent the last 3 days in a shivering coma in my hotel room, just shivering for 3 days. It was unbelievable how sick I got. Best thing ever happened to me, though. Unfortunately, I keep having relapses of the pneumonia thing, though, but who knows? Once you get pneumonia once, it keeps coming back. But if you can quit, do her up. It's the best thing you'll do for your body. I have some friends that have kids that smoke, and I'm like, why do you do that? Do you not want to see your grandchildren? Do you not want to see your kids get old? Do you want to die before your kids? You know? They just don't get it. It's like they have their friends. They have a friend die of lung cancer, and they're at the funeral, outside, buried in the ground, smoking. That was when I was like, they're putting a guy in the ground, dead from lung cancer, and I'm looking around, and there are people talking around, standing underneath trees and that, smoking. I'm like, we just put a guy in the ground because he smoked, and you're out here smoking. I was like, I don't understand it. Oh, a lot of people have quit here in the little chat. Well, folks, I think it's time to let ducks out. I'm gonna go check here. Yeah, it's -10. By the time I get the water happening, everything out here, it'll be time. So I'm gonna go and then I'm gonna do my breakfast. But I'm going to go and get all the water ready for the duckies. And then we're going to let them outside because it's -10 and it's going to warm up. And we got to get the ducks out of the barn and the geese out. Specifically the geese, they're starting to crack. I knew that the geese are more susceptible to cabin fever than the ducks are. They can get they can totally crack. They need a lot more room. You'll quit smoking when I give up chocolate? Well, if people stop sending me chocolate, I would officially be giving up chocolate. So Norm, there you go. So if I don't get any chocolate in the mail, you can't smoke. It's pretty simple. So, but right now I got still a little bit more chocolate to go. So you can smoke for a couple more days. All right, I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna go get the water ready outside, and then I'm gonna let the little birds out so they can run around the snow because it's a nice snowy day today. And then at noon, I'm going to go to the food bank, and I'm going to maybe do a little bit of work here this morning in the, well, first I got to go and do hospital ducks. You're going to see a live stream here shortly of the hospital ducks soaking, because I got to go do that before I let the ducks out, because they got to soak. And then I'm going to, yeah, that's what you're going to see. So you're going to see a stream of me letting the little ducks soak. And then I'm going to go do a let the ducks out. Or I'm going to let the ducks out and something's going to happen like that. Just keep watching. Something's going to happen here.